Pat, a lot was made about Broderick switching back from right to left, and he said he worked on losing 20 pounds. What have you seen that's different about him this spring versus the past few years?
I mean, he's working. He's working like Rodgers done in the past. He's working in it. He's continuing to grow, continuing to learn. So, obviously he's down somewhat in weight, so he'll gain some of that back here over training camp, over next month in training camp. But just quick. He's been into working with Isaac now, and that's the big thing. The big thing is when you change size, it's like, can tackle flip from right to left. Young tackles like that can. So it's just working with a guy that's going to be next to you, who's Isaac's obviously a 10-year vet. He's going to be working with somebody different, so they're working a lot together.
What are the challenges that you guys tasked with him after watching him throughout last year, where he was going into his third season, that you want him to address this season?
Just being more consistent. He's just some of that, the flashes of where we know he's going to get to. Just being more consistent in that. He's been working at it. Been, like I said, moving him back over to Isaac now, next to a seasoned vet like that. I know he's been talking to him and helping him. Not that the other guys weren't, but it's just, it's a little bit different for him. Flipping back, but just consistency. Just working on consistency every day, coming out, right mindset, practicing the right way, which has been great. And just continuing to learn and continuing to grow in this third year now. It's got to be a big year for him. We all know that. He knows that.
Can you put in perspective what Zach Frazier was able to do last year as a rookie coming in and that position, how he performed and everything to do with his responsibilities?
Yeah, you throw someone in as a rookie at the center position where, he's a quarterback of the line and making all the calls and, all the adjustments. It was a big transition for him. It was a big undertaking for him for sure, and he had to do it. He studied a lot, and he was up there a lot, and once in a while he's still learning. He's a second year young man that's playing in the NFL at a very demanding position of leadership and authority up there. So he's still learning to do that, to be more vocal and do that stuff from a physical standpoint. Obviously, his wrestling background and just his raw power and strength. He's he came along and did a nice job for us last year, and he's gonna again, just much like Broderick, his next step should be take it to the next level now.
Do you have to be a leader at center? I mean, he seems like a vocal type of guy.
He's a leader. He may not be the most vocal, but he is a leader for sure. He says stuff, people listen, and he's directing that. But he is a leader for sure. Do you have to? No. I mean, you want them all to be leaders. They're all leaders in their own way, because everybody's built differently. But I like him. He's doing that. He's done a great job doing it. So year 1 to year 2 is going to be a big step for him.
3 rookies on the line last year. How much of a step forward is this line going to take as a group? Are you expecting?
I always expect them to take a step forward, especially young guys like that. From year 1 to year 2, and from year 2 to year 3, we're all young. Take Isaac out of it, they're all young. None of them have a lot of game experience, so they're all grown, they're all learning. It's got to be a big step, and they got a lot of games under the belts now. That and a lot of different schemes that we've seen and different defenses that we've seen. So it's got to be a huge step. I mean, they performed again for rookies. They were out there and they played their tails off. But we're expecting big things out of them, and so are they. They're expecting it just like we are.
After the season, Mike talked about Zach and Mason hitting rookie walls and them having to overcome challenges. What did you see from the offensive line as a unit that kind of happened that took away the run game that you guys had really working well that wasn't working as well late in the season?
I don't know, but the fall off, it's just you're playing a lot of games. They're not used to, even though they're this new college deal, they play games. It's just like these guys are getting banged up on every play, and I know down the end I think Zach had an ankle for the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's stuff that you're going to deal with. That's not no excuse. You got to learn. That's part of being a pro. They're not saying that they don't do it, because they did do a good job of there, cognizant of it, being rookies. But just taking care of your bodies. We talk about it this time of year. Like right now, your body feels good. It's not going to feel the same in week 16 or 17 or week 12 than it did in week 1. It's just not going to do that if you stay healthy in camp. So. Just all the little aspects of how to learn how to grow, becoming a player, especially up front in a position where you're banging on every snap. Like that's a huge part of it that a lot of people don't talk about is like taking care of that body and making sure. And some of it's fortunate, staying healthy in that, but just taking care of your body and doing that. And they learn from the vets, and that's what they'll teach the next group of guys that are coming in.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.